Today we continue our daily readings as we're going through the Gospel of John during this season of Lent. And we're looking at chapter 9, verses 1 to 41. Here we see Jesus walking with the disciples, and they come upon a man born blind, and one of the disciples asks him, who messed up? Was this his sin, or was it his parents? How did this happen? Why was there bad things? And it sort of plays into the intuitive sense that we have of there should be some sort of justice out there. There should be some sort of right and wrong being rewarded, right being rewarded, wrong being punished, karma, whatever. And Jesus says, look, that's not what's going on here. You're thinking about this differently. Your perspective on what's happened is skewed. What's happened here, this man is born blind in order that the work of God can be displayed. Now, we got to be careful here. I don't think that we can immediately just assume that God has made this person blind. One of the passages that seems to have some influence here is this idea that when Joseph is sold into captivity, and then his brothers come back, eventually he's now risen up to be number 2 in Egypt, that he says, you intended to harm me, but God is able to use what other people intend to be bad, or what is bad, for good. God can rescue and redeem these things. And so I don't think we want to assign complete, immediate causation here. That's a complicated topic. But I think there's a few things that we can discern, that you should discern from your reading today. First, God is at work in our lives. Secondly, he sees things. So it says they're walking, and Jesus sees this man who is struggling. Jesus has eyes to see. We're told in the Gospels that a sparrow can't fall to the ground that God doesn't know about it. I have put up one of the things I asked for Christmas was a bird feeder. My study at home is on the second floor, but they got suction cups on it, so I suction cupped it to the window right outside of my study, so that I would see these birds, and just because there are several spiritual lessons to be learned from birds and the way God cares for birds, and so I'm trying to see beauty. I'm trying to see God's handiwork in these things. And so, Jesus sees these things. He sees you. God sees you. There's some suggestion here that there are struggles and challenges in this broken world, and there's suffering, and God is going to rescue and redeem that. God can use that. God can use the trials that we're going through in ways that ultimately refine us and glorify Him. And then the last thing I'll just note here, as you're reading verses 4 and 5, Jesus says, I must work the works of Him who sent me while it is day. The night is coming when no one can work. As long as I am in the world, I am the light of the world. So I want to suggest, right, that you work the works that have been given to you. We have a limited amount of time in order to love and serve and care and work the works that God has given us. I believe that there are eternal ramifications, rewards and punishments for how we steward the gifts and abilities, the opportunities that we have been given. So Jesus says, I must work the works of Him who sent me while it is still day. I want to say to you, work the works that God has given you to do even today. Enjoy your reading. Have a good day.